And then go over here. All right, well, it's not getting better. I'm just gonna keep on recording. Just disconnect the stuff. Bo 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 bo. and then immediately dropping frames. Come on now. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Internet issues are the worst. Right, I'm gonna move on with my life. So you said just some negative videos about Pokemon in your YouTube recommendations that made you feel bad to have a Pokemon username. Interesting. Right. Okay. Can't say anything about that. Mind 4. Come on. I think they probably have to do this way because the Siren is um how did I get rid of these before? I managed to pull that off. Okay, there we go. Siren is a what I'm gonna assume to be a level 2 mind. So I probably need to get level 1 mind before I can get a level 2. I think that's the logic here on why I'm blocked off, and it makes perfect sense. Just grr. Alrighty, let's do a different side quest. Thing is like I need to find the level 1. I guess it'll probably be in the main story. Let's go talk to Uncle. I don't know if I've been here. I have once changed my name in that it was Draco Dragon 09, and now it is Axelrod. But my reasonings were it's just so annoying to have 09 at the end of my name. And even though I had, like everything was as it should be in terms of I'm still dropping frames, but like if we like all of my social media stuff was I'm still dropping frames. Welp. Anyways, I changed my name once. I like the new name that I have. Well, I think this confirms at least that my problems are not going to be solved by just plugging directly into the modem. Which probably means that a router is only going to be a small fix, or like a percentage of a fix.
Hi, Victor. Something held me up. Have you been waiting long?
Just a moment.
Welcome back to our favorite square. A lot of good memories,
That's true, I do have fond memories of this place.
You were so small. You, Ligia, and Petya would always race from the droshky to the booth.
And then we'd hold up the entire line until we finally decided what filling we wanted in our donuts.
And Ligia would always rush you.
That's because she only likes them with plum. Who does that? Anyway, I'm guessing you need my help.
You truly are your father's son. To the point. To the point. All right. It's about a certain incident at the Imperial Hotel.
Is it about the confusion that's supposedly aroused during one of the recurrent soirees?
Do you know what happened there?
No, not at all. I wasn't there.
Good. Because the party you know nothing about attracted the interest of several important figures. I'm just saying. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. It's about Petya. At the Imperial Hotel, a boy, fell from a balcony and he's dead. Those hyenas from the Warsaw Courier have already jumped on it.
How is it linked to Petya? Is he alright?
Yes, he's fine. But you see, that wretched balcony is part of his apartment.
I didn't know Petya lived at the Imperial. He didn't mention it when I saw him at the funeral.
He rents an apartment. Says he's more comfortable that way. Closer to his friends. You know, I'd like to be more in touch with him.
You're not very close?
Since losing Helena, it's been up and down between us. My work kept me from devoting enough attention to him. Maybe I was too lenient with him.
Who was the guy who died?
Ludwig Krajewski. He and Petya were from two different words. You know, the Krajewskis they're not wealthy.
There's nothing wrong with that, but how did he and Petya meet?
That you'll have to ask my son.
And what role exactly am I here to play, Uncle?
Do what you do best. Use your powers to find out how Ludwig's death is connected to Petya. With all due respect to Stasio, I don't want to make the same mistake judging my only son as he did. I want to know the truth, whatever it is. And those Krajewskis. I know the press is trying to contact them. I fear that without your help, they might publish something untrue.
I'll go see Pietya. And where can the Krajewskis be found?
They live in a courtyard-facing apartment of a tenement house, near the Imperial.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you. Go. I stay here for a while.
We gotta test these things out. The Daily Courier.
Am I a magician or what?
Newspaper opened on a column with the results of a contest for the most interesting anecdote about Warsaw. The winner was Antoni Lecki. Tony Leckie, who's a well-known storyteller, likes to sit in the passageway by the Vienna station. If he hears you mention something about how things used to be, he will seize the opportunity to tell amusing anecdotes about life in Warsaw.
Nobody's home?
They are. They just won't answer the door. Tobiasz Fegin, the Warsaw Courier.
Maybe they want to mourn their son in peace rather than talk to the press.
What are you looking for here?
Information. But I think my methods are more effective.
Then maybe I will leave, and later you can share something. Deal?
I've got a better idea. You get lost, and I won't knock your teeth out.
A subtle suggestion, Mr. Man with the book. Fine, I'm going.
You chased him away? Glory be. Thank you. Please, come in before he gets back. Let me at least offer you some tea.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
You threatened to punch his teeth.
You will be mine, secret.
Every shard of the plate tossed with fury radiates with a sense of injustice. A lifetime of hard work taking care of his family. He didn't deserve such immense suffering. Sharp shards feel stuck in the throat and throttle with each heartbeat. A look frozen in time, love portrayed with a rich man's money, a piece of delight cropped to fit the frame. The paper reflects the light and thoughts of the beloved wrapped around the photograph like the halo around the head of a saint. Amounts keep appearing on more and more pieces of paper written as dead strings of digits. The paper has been crumpled up by weary hands, with a corner warped by wet tears. Helplessness and despair pass through the heart in waves, each one more dizzying, these Sokofu birds.
Come in. Would you like some tea? My name's Krajewski. Zygmunt.
Viktor Szulski, thank you. Maybe later. I have a question.
Is it about Ludwig? Since you brushed that news hound off. All right. Ask away.
Goodbye.
I didn't mean to talk to you. There's more things to discover. There is nothing to discover.
What now, sir?
I must drop more frames.
Do you get invaded by the press often?
Not a day passes without someone knocking at the door, sniffing around, reopening wounds, looking for a scoop. But each one of them also promises money. We're not wealthy, and after Ludwig's death, we have even less.
You could use some money now.
Sure, but I really don't know what I could tell the news hounds.
That's enough. Can I ask you about Ludwig's belongings?
You've looked around by now?
I found a photo of a young woman. Who is she?
This is Hannah, Ludwig's sweetheart. They had been seeing each other for a while. She was here not long ago, after what happened.
I've seen the doctor's bill.
I think this is trash.
That's enough. Did Ludwig live here with you?
Not much recently. Pietra kept inviting him to all kinds of places. Parties, dances, horse racing.
Did it happen often?
What? Pietra's invitations? Yes. I would tell him Ruskies were not appropriate company for him.
Perhaps Ludwig was impressed with it all.
You bet. But if you ask me, Pietra was using Ludwig so that others would admire him for spending time with a poor man. So, there you have it.
That's enough. Goodbye.
Day by day, the repetitive clatter of machines, the seamstress's hands work abstractly. After hours of sewing, they wither like flowers lacking water. She has been quilting these fabrics for so many years. Nothing ever changes except for these hands becoming more and more weak and wrinkled.
Mr. W.S., what's the hurry? You didn't introduce yourself, but I have my own ways of getting to the truth. W.S. Victor Shulsky. Are you one of those Shulskis? Stanisław's son?
No, what do you want?
I know. You told me to go away, but you know what the press is like. So, what have you found out?
My mind is clouded today. My memory is failing.
Are all temperamancers like that? In that case, until next time, Mr. W.
Yeah, sucker. I realize that, that guy could probably be helpful later down the line, but maybe not this time. Maybe he's a sucker fool. The flame hisses treacherously. Grief over the death of a child bites and slowly sucks the blood, especially at night when Maria's raspy breathing can be heard. Zygmunt knows that he will place a second candle on the altar soon, and then his heart will shatter into a million pieces. The Rajeskis are in I don't know, in a difficult situation. Ludwig has died, which has worsened the already seriously ill Maria's condition. Medical costs are too high for Zygmunt to bear.
Hello.
Mr. Shulsky, hello. Shall I inform the authorities and hospitals, or shall I wait? Your last visit has become somewhat of a legend.
This time it'll be quiet, I promise. I'm here to see Pyotr Voronin.
Is Master Voronin moving out by any chance?
Not that I know of. Why should you care?
The gatherings that the young master deigns to organize are rather noisy and bothersome. The guests have been complaining. Some have left.
Never mind. Where can I find our pest?
Room 213, second floor. You've been there already.
To alert the authorities? I didn't do anything wrong. I was supposed to read. For some reason, I thought I had already looked at that. I had a perfectly normal conversation. Have I been in this room before? It was totally a different place.
So, same thing tonight, gentlemen?
You bet. I'll get some cognac.
It will help relax the atmosphere.
That guy's sleeping in the tub.
So, same...
Who's this guy?
It's just my cousin. Hello, Victor. Meet Thomas and Franz. Did you miss me?
I wanted to see how you've settled in.
Take a look around. It gets quite interesting here during my modest parties. Want some champagne?
About these parties, I think someone got lost on the balcony recently.
It was Papa who sent you, wasn't it? I told him to stay out of this. Tomas, Franz, show my cousin the door.
Wait, you're gonna fight me? I'm gonna go with loop here first. Actually should have checked if this guy's the one that's going to be doing the most damage to me. That guy's doing 10 damage. Hit him with the quick left hook.
As you can see, I can be stubborn.
Congratulations. Franz and Thomas are tough customers. Well, speak up. I don't have all day.
What happened that night, from your point of view?
Thanks, cousin. It's hard for me to talk about it. He was my friend. We were having fun. Whiskey, cigars, and other amusements. Ludwig got drunk and went out on the balcony. He yelled something about wanting to get higher, even higher. And then there was a scream and a shriek from down below. I stepped out onto the balcony and Ludwig, he was down there, dead.
How do you want to end it? Your friend is dead. He was someone's son.
Yes, the Krajewskis. I know they're poor, but I can help them with that.
They say the press is interested in them.
I've heard. I'm not worried about myself, but it may damage Papa's reputation. And it could take a toll on the Krajewskis too. I want to protect them. Money is no object.
Let me take a look around.
As you wish.
The box still bears a trace of warmth. A break at work, a small flame lights a cigarette. A small flicker of hope glows in the soul. The waitress drifts off into a dream world. She sees herself in a white dress and veil, with her head held high, valued at last. That is the door. This is le balcony. I saw some shoes. The souls emanate with shaky excitement. One step on the balustrade, one step toward a new life. The man was filled with joy. He would be able to provide a better life for his beloved and his family. He had just signed a document, so everything was on paper. She had wanted to fix her hair. Her fingers suddenly became stiff, and her body was seized by a spasm. The metal pin was electrified with terror. The second that destroyed 2 lives imprinted itself on the small ornament, turning it into an artifact of pain. At the time of Ludwig's death, someone else was on the balcony, a witness, a woman, most likely a waitress from the Lock, Stock, and Barrel bar.
Do you need anything else?
Let me take a look around.
As you wish.
Well, we're continuing to drop frames, but it's seems like it's not the absolute worst thing that could possibly happen in the entire world. So perhaps we can keep streaming as I begin to drop some more frames. Is just going to lead to that one thing, right? I need the mine for... Oh. Everything's leading back here. Where's this leading me? Thaumaturge Thursday? Thaumaturge. Wasn't it something else? Hatred and loathing guided his young hand as he threw away his clothes in an alley and set them on fire. The safe plaid vest, a symbol of Biedermeier and bourgeois, I think it's bourgeois, boredom, burned silently. He felt nauseous at the thought of his family, its passivity and lack of ambition. It was time for fire. Oh, right, lock, stock, and barrel. You said you wouldn't remember, that I wouldn't remember? Well, come on. How long have you been around here as I drop some more frames? My memory is not to be trusted. Tension is another thread in the linen fabric of the apron. Nervous impulses run through the material. Being so close to the body, it has taken over the stress pulsating from the violent movements of its owner. Seems that Hania is the witness I'm looking for.
Beer?
I'd like to ask about Hanya.
Hey, Zdenek! There's a stalker here asking about Hanya. Grab your buddies and get them to stop bothering her.
Everybody wants to scrap. More HP around. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
What's going on here? I've just come to work to find all this hustle and bustle. The boss said you asked about me. What is it?
Miss Hanya, I'm Victor. The guy fell off a balcony at the Imperial Hotel. You were there when Ludwig died, weren't you?
I remember no such thing.
I know you went out with Ludwig. It must have been devastating for you.
Once again, I don't know anything. If these drunks here were still standing straight, you'd be sorry. Leave me alone.
If you didn't beat up these guys that were sent to get rid of you, then you would be kicked out of this place. If you were just weaker than you actually already are, then you would have got bodied, sucker. The woman sees Ludwig's signature and recalls an identical one on the dreaded document. The letters seem to detach themselves from the paper and circle overhead like vultures. Every glance at the tragic contract causes panic, so the woman persists in her impotence, unable to make a move. Ludwig had signed some sort of document before he died, and Hania, the waitress, knows where it is. I sense she would like to be rid of it and get everything over with. I just have to work on her a little bit.
Once again, I don't know anything.
Holding on to that contract weighs heavily on you. It's unbearable, isn't it? It causes you great pain. Your misery will disappear if you give it to me. You will get your peace, I promise.
I can't take it anymore. I can't. It reminds me of what I don't want to remember. I'll give it to you. Here, their contract.
Thank you. Tell me, what really happened that day?
Ludwig and Pietia were both drunk and made a bet. If Ludwig walked on a railing, Pietia would pay him. A lot. Ludwig was confident. He teetered, and...
I'll be going.
Anya, quit chatting. There's beer to be sold.
I hope you'll use this contract wisely.
What do you mean?
Pietia deserves to suffer after what he did.
Actually, didn't mean to do that. But... oh well.
Am I a magician or what?
Well, printout decorated with floral motifs. It's an invitation to attend the exhibition of the works by Antoni. Tony's organizing an exhibition of his works, which contain a patriotic theme on so many levels. The exhibition will be available apartment 948.
Hello, Uncle.
What brings you here?
So what's new, Uncle?
Crime the underworld as usual, thanks.
We need to talk about Pietia.
Great. Yes, you know what? Let's start walking again. It's kind of stuffy here, you know. And on the bench, I'll be able to think straight about what you're saying. Well, shoot, boy. No matter how much it hurts.
Ludwig and Pietia got drunk and they made a bet. Ludwig had to walk on the railing for a large sum of money from Pietia. We know how it ended.
Pietia. Pietia. What have you done?
There's one more thing. Evidence. Proof of Pietia's complicity. I believe you should have it. That's all, Uncle.
Thank you for taking care of that matter. I believe that if your younger self had that kind of support, your life could have been different.
Tell me, what will happen to Pietia now? Unfortunately, from what I understand, the Krajewskis have finally agreed to talk to the press.
Maybe it's better that way. Don't worry about it.
What are you going to do with that contract?
What do you think I should do?
I don't know.
It's getting late. I'll take a walk and think. Good night.
Good night, Uncle.
Well, definitely don't think you should destroy it, but I read that second option. Like that is not how I thought that would go. Alrighty. I think I can do this one. We're gonna do main quest. Before his last breath left him, Father's gaze wandered, searching for the source of his end. He did not close his eyes. He passed away with his eyes wide open, hurling thunderbolts from his eyes toward his nemesis. Anger clung to the crooked frame, not grief, sadness, or fear, all so natural in the moment of danger, anger at the fact that death came too soon. It announced itself, but did not ask about any unfinished business. The owner of the shoe was a haughty soul who feared nothing, for whom death was an intruder destroying the order of the universe. He had his feet firmly on the ground, and even when death stared him in the eye, he did not give in to the instinct to flee. Yes, his shoe belonged to my father. Wild fury radiated from here, nestled in the body. This blow to the pillar collapsed the entire building, a punch born of a powerful fist, carrying colossal amounts of strength. Chaos, only chaos can be felt here, devoid of any composed thought and tension. What breaks through to the surface of this disorder is destruction, as if designed in the guts of what wrought it. Place carries the memory of my father. What is left of him here completes his image as a tenacious man with a hard heart. Interestingly, he expected death, although it came sooner than he expected, which clearly upset him, and the death that came for him was a strong, uncompromising fury.
Am I a magician or what? Death did not catch my father by surprise. It seems as if he had been expecting it, just not at that moment. He was practically annoyed about it. There was something he had wanted to finish. And this building, it couldn't have just fallen down like that, right as he was going by. Maybe he was on his way to a tryst with Svetlana.
Hey, Suski!
What?
Chicken butt. Tie him up. There you go. Tighter.
We took his book.
Well done. All right, let's wake the asshole up.
Wakey, wakey.
What's...
Well, come on, Sleeping Beauty. I haven't got all day. Now, let me get a good look at you. You look rough, fancy boy. This isn't what I was expecting.
Dropping the frames. This is getting annoying.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you?
A shooting star, am I? For a moment, flickering, granting hope, holding fearful humanity briefly by the throat, before suddenly vanishing.
Hold on. About it.
Someday, this poetry will be the end of me. Long time no see, Shulsky.
What kind of a sick idea is this? Kidnapping me?
It's a joke! You don't find it funny?
No.
What does it feel like to have your life depend on me?
Not the best. Listen, I understand you hold some resentment within yourself over what happened, but I can't change the past.
Well, yes, but shit! You told me to wait for help, and instead the boys in blue showed up, and you washed your hands of it, and left my pop to rot in prison. At least admit that you acted like a dick.
I admit that it was a shitty move on my father's part.
Your father's?
Look at this weasel. Straight to whitewashing the past. Like father, like son, eh?
My father's karma came back to bite him. A horrible death in return for the kind of man he was. I'm sure you heard.
Well, admittedly, nothing's put a spring in my step in a long while, like hearing that Shulsky met his end as sludge on the sidewalk. They say the devil doesn't take the wicked, but for your old man, he made an exception.
Now that he's dead, let's put the past behind us.
There'd be no reason to talk if you hadn't pinched Papa's gut back then. Victor, it kills me that we pulled the trigger together. Together.
You did? Where's that rat?
What the fuck?
Boss, it's the Cossacks again.
Come here, coward!
Looks like you've got a chance for redemption. Let's show these dickheads you don't mess with the shivs.
I'll take a look around.
All right. I'm gonna call it quits here for today. There's only one thing more annoying than streaming with internet issues, and it's streaming with tech issues. But internet issues is among the highest. Like the drop frames is not like super terrible, you know, but it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to wait for the router to show up. I'm gonna handle all that. Then we'll most likely stream tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. I assume it's not going to go very well. And then I guess I'll continue to troubleshoot this and see where that takes me. That could result in less streams next week, because I rather not stream with internet issues. But you know, we'll see what happens. You ever just be gaming? I'm just gaming, but the universe does not want it so. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific time. Hopefully the router will have showed up and I'll have been able to test it and, you know, configure everything, and hopefully that fixes things. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And with that, see ya the next time I see ya. Peace.